Hi, you guys, and thank you for joining me for the Gig Is podcast with your host, Jade Garner. So today we're going to be doing another one of those videos / podcasts. So if you're hearing me on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and you want to see my pretty face, you can check me out on YouTube. So how's everybody today? Today is Valentine's Day. Did you guys get any presents? Did you get any hearts, any bears, any loving? Did you get any hug-me's? I did. I have my little son, and he made me a little cute finger painting, like ladybug thing at daycare. It was the cutest. And then I got flowers for my husband. So happy Valentine's Day to me. So today, I know the strike is going on. Did you guys hear about that? Because I didn't really know until, I think yesterday is when I was on TikTok and I saw a few videos, and then I saw one on YouTube with one of the Doordash guys. I forget his name. He's the one who's blonde with blue eyes. He's cute. He was talking about how there's a strike going on tomorrow, and I was like, girl, ain't nobody said nothing to me. So today I didn't go work because I wanted to support. I think the last time there was a strike was in 2019, and I was not dashing and doing all that stuff in 2019. So this year I was like all for the cause, because I do understand. It's about, pay inequality and protection and helping us workers not work as many hours to get the same type of money. I did do a little bit of research. I was looking at it, but I kind of wanted to explore everything with you guys so we can have some fresh eyes on it. I have a few videos. We'll look at those. We'll talk about it. But I do want to read you guys this Forbes newsletter because I thought it was very interesting. I just didn't, this article helped me get a grip of like why everybody is out there striking with the pitchforks. Okay, so it says Uber, Lyft, Doordash drivers staged a Valentine's Day protest. What you need to know. And also from what I heard, it started with Lyft too, or not Lyft, but what's the other platform? Doordash, Uber Eats, Lyft, and what's the other one? Grubhub. I was like, there's another one. It's not Postmates. What's the other one? So I heard their people are involved in the strike as well. So apparently, don't pick nobody up from the airports between 11:30 and 1:30, and don't take any orders. So I said, well, I don't do Uber. I do Uber Eats. So I'm not taking any orders today. Plus it's Valentine's, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just spend it with my son because my husband was at work. So I was like, I'm gonna spend it with my son. And I had a doctor's appointment, so I had to go see the OB, the OBG. Okay, so it says drivers for Uber, Lyft, and Doordash are striking on Wednesday in a national-wide push for benefits and higher pay. Though the company claims drivers are satisfied and doubts the protest will have much impact on business. I have been hearing that because they said the last time they did one in 2019 before Doordash went public, Doordash and Uber Eats. I don't know which one is public. I know Doordash is public, but I don't know if Uber Eats is public. But when they did that back in 2019, it had zero effect. Like they still went public. They still said fuck you guys, screw y'all. Like we're not gonna help you do anything. I think that's also around the time where New York implemented their minimum wage for gig workers, and I think that's what they're trying to do like nationwide. I don't know how I feel about that part because the incentive to tip, and then the incentive for these companies to really, push people, picking up orders, maybe even making it harder for people to work on the platform. Honestly, I think that's probably why we've been seeing the mass deactivations for Doordash, because they're like, girlfriend, if you're gonna start all this drama, we're just gonna kick everybody off. So that's probably where that's coming from. I haven't done a video over it. I haven't really gone too deep. I've just been seeing the mass deactivations for no reason, apparently. So let's keep going. Key facts: members of the Justice for App Workers Coalition, which represents 130,000 drivers nationwide, will refuse rides to and from airports Wednesday in 10 cities, including Miami, Chicago, Newark, Austin, and Philadelphia. Yes, I did hear it on our news here in Texas. I'm like 2 hours away from Austin, so it was like news around Houston. Let's see, because rideshare and delivery app workers are considered contractors, they do not have the same protections as full-time employees, like guaranteed salary, paid time off, bereavement leave, and medical coverage and prenatal leave. Yeah, I'm pregnant and I'm hopefully going to be giving birth here in the next week or so, and I don't get no protections at all. Like if I don't work, and I haven't been working this past month like that, if you follow me on my social medias, I know I haven't been posting as many work with me videos because of that, because I had to slow down and just take a load off. I can't do as much as I used to, and I do this with a toddler, so I was all over the place. You know, now I can barely make $25. And you already have to scrape through a whole bunch of horrible offers on top of that. And I live in the city/country. So you can make money taking stuff to the city or to the country, because nobody wants to drive from the city to the country. And I have not been making any money. And then now that the holidays is over, there's no incentive. These companies don't give you an incentive like, hey, go and do like 15, 20 orders today and we'll give you an extra $200. I know it's dry. I know like 2 months ago, you guys were, and we want y'all to stay. We want y'all to be happy. There was no like incentive at all. Let's see. So money went dry. Let's see. Drivers want more safety measures implemented and work fewer hours a week, as some were working upwards to 80 hours. Yep, especially during the holiday time. Oh yeah, I was probably pushing 12-hour shifts every day. And mind you, I was in my 3rd trimester, and I was working like that from August to New Year's. And then after that, dry. And Doordash, Uber Eats, Instacart, all that stuff, they didn't send out no incentive like, hey, I know y'all were used to this kind of money for the past like 5-6 months. Now that the holidays is going, you know, here's a little extra if you do this, if you do that, you know, like nothing. You had to work your 12 hours. And now if you do work your 12 hours, it's like, for what? I'm not coming home with $200-300 like I was before. I'm barely making $75. And working 12 hours for anybody is horrible. 12 hours, like you gotta be on the rig or something, like in the ocean. You gotta be working in the oil field. You gotta be trucking something, because you know you're gonna make some good money. Out here in these streets, you're risking your life, you're risking your time. You're sacrificing your time. You're sacrificing your time away from your family, everything like that. Just to make some money. And some of these people don't even want to pay. Some people want you to go 20 miles and want to give you only a $5 tip. I'm sorry, the app is not, it's not paying like that. You know, I'm only getting $2-3 if for this trip, and then you have the nerve to not text, not tip, or just give me like $5. And you live where? Yeah, no. Drivers also want changes to deactivation process in which drivers' accounts may be deactivated after customers submit complaints. That's a thing, yes. Leaving some workers without their main source of income, yes. And Uber acknowledges customers sometimes submit false complaints for the purpose of getting a refund. Now, I've never been deactivated from Doordash or Uber Eats. I've been deactivated. I am deactivated from Instacart, and if you haven't heard that one, that's episode 2. You can go ahead and listen to that. It's crazy. It's a mess, and I don't plan on trying to get back on Instacart because I'm not even gonna go there. But I have had it to where I've dropped off stuff for Uber Eats and DoorDash, and I know I do good customer service. Like, I used to be in the customer service business before I started doing this. And I got like messages from Uber Eats and DoorDash talking about like, hey, we had to take off a complaint, or like you got an unfair rating and we had to take that off of your rating score, because they keep track of that. Like, if you do not get like a good rating and you drop down from like 90% to like 70% ratings, like under 4 or 5 ratings, like stars, then they'll deactivate you because of that. So we have to get good customer service. Like, I don't understand why people are like, oh, DoorDashers over here just being rude and they're just eating up all the food and they're taking their time getting to you. Da, da, da. No, we get in trouble for that. We get in trouble. Like, we have to be time managed. Like, we can't just go and be like, oh, I'm gonna pick up your food, I'm gonna sit at the restaurant for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna take 20 minutes to go down the street to drop off your stuff because I want to be a bitch. Like, no, they will get on to us. Like, sometimes I've been at the house, here just flipped in my face. Sometimes I'll be at the house and I'll like log in because I'm in the zone and I'm about to leave, but I just haven't yet. And DoorDash will be like, hey, here's an order, do you want to go do it? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's down the street, I'm literally about to hop in the car, like give me like 2 minutes, I'm about to hop in the car. They'll like message me and be like, hi, why aren't you moving? If you don't move in like the next 5 minutes, we're gonna take this order away from you. And I'm like, bro, chill out. Like, what if I have to like stop and go use the restroom or something? Like, I'm leaving, I wouldn't accept the order and be waiting there for 20 minutes. But I say this to say, they are on our asses about stuff like that. Like, they're on our butts. Like, you can't just do whatever you want on these platforms. I don't know why there's so many videos going around of DoorDashers or Uber Eats or, you know, just anybody just basically making it seem like these gig workers can just do whatever they want. That's not the case, boo-boo. We get monitored. Like, even the customers can see where we're at, how far we are from the restaurant or the grocery store, and they can track us. I've had somebody, I was on the other side of town and I got an order and I accepted it, and I was still in the process of dropping off another order, so I hadn't started heading to their house yet. And DoorDash knew this. Uber Eats does this a lot too. Like, if you're literally around the corner to drop off the order, they'll be like, hey, here's another one, do you want to do this? So when you drop that off, you already know where you need to go. Like, they'll do that. So I took the order and the customer was like, where are you going? Like, my house is this way. The CVS is on the other side of the highway. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, hi, yes, I have like 30 minutes to get to your location, and I'm in the process of dropping off another order. They stack orders sometimes when it's really, really busy. So can you just like calm down and, you know, be patient with me? Okay. So let's skip through some of this, get to the more juicy part. And I don't know if you guys knew, but I did not know that there was a Justice for Apps Worker Coalition. Did y'all know about that? Comment down below, because I've never heard of nothing like that. And that's probably who fueled the first one, right? That seems about right. Let's see. Uber told Forbes these types of events in the past rarely had any impact on trips, prices, or drivers' availability. We expect the same tomorrow. The companies claim that the vast majority of drivers are satisfied, as they made about $33 per hour. That's not all the time, honey. Maybe if it does, it's only 1 hour. It's not like the whole time you're out there. Counting the time from when the ride is accepted and when the customer is dropped off the last quarter, and it will add new safety features and improve its driver's deactivation process, which is previously added updates to in November 2023. These updates include new measures of identifying false allegations made against drivers and drivers' abilities to request any additional review for their removal. We are constantly working to improve the driver's experience, which is why just this month we released a series of new offers and commitments aimed at increasing drivers' pay and transparency, Lyft told Forbes. So that was Lyft. The first part was Uber, a report released by Lyft last week found drivers earned on an average of $30.68, including tips and bonuses per hour of driving, and $23.46 after expenses. The company also set new guaranteed minimum earnings for drivers of at least 70% of their weekly fares after fees. Doordash did not immediately respond for comment. Of course, Doordash didn't respond for comment. I have no dog in this fight when it comes to the Lyft and Uber part of it, because I've never done it. I do not do it. I'm a woman. I refuse to have random people in my car. I can't get comfortable. I can't like truly get behind that part. And then I'm a mom, so there's some days when my car be looking like who did and why, and I know sometimes you will get horrible ratings if your car is not straight from the lot, you know, nice, clean cut, pristine. I can't go and spend my time getting my car washed and vacuumed out like that. Like, I keep it clean because I have people's food and groceries in my car, but you know, and then sometimes, but I have my kid with me, you know, so that's another reason. Like, sometimes I'm not going to go pick up somebody. My toddler's in my car, and then soon I'll have a newborn. We're not doing all that. Okay, so it says 6 million. That's how many drivers work for Uber, according to a November report by the company. That's a lot of drivers, and I think so. The coalition said it was 130,000 that was being represented. So they're all in cahoots together to go and do the strike. And then whoever sees the videos on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. So that's still not a lot. That's why they don't care. I think that's the issue, is there's not enough of us who are striking. Like I said, I barely saw it, what, Tuesday? No, Monday? I barely saw it like a day ago. So, and that's not even that much of a time frame. I didn't even know that there was a coalition, you know? So I think if more people joined the strike and we had maybe like a month to really get the word out, to get it all over social media, to even let the customers know, hey, if you guys don't want to tip, you know, because you think the tipping is outrageous, because that's been going around where people are like, you know, hey, why do we have to tip so much? Why is there an issue with the tipping? Why do I have to pay you X amount of money to get up here? Why can't I not just give you $5? You know, whatever little taste changes in our bank accounts. You know, some people are generous, some people just can't afford it. You know, and that whole conversation about if you don't tip, no delivery, you know, I get it. But if they paid us better, we wouldn't have to sit here and stress and be like, listen, honey, I'm not going 10 miles down the street for you, and they're paying me $2 and you're paying me $2. That's gas money, and that's just for 1 gallon of gas. I'm not making any money. I need to pay bills. So if the minimum wage went up, honestly, I feel like if it was, this is my thought process, if it was always at least minimum wage, like $7.25, $8, and then on top of that, you guys decided, like the consumer decided to tip $5, $10 on top of that, that would help so much. So what is that, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? So a basic order, if someone tipped $5 every time as like the basic, it's $12 each time. Of course, someone's gonna take that. And if nobody wanted to tip, $7.25, still not bad, especially if I'm going 2 miles. That's not bad. Especially if it's slow, everything like that. Or if somebody is tipping $2, you can tell that that's quote unquote still like in the gig world, that's still like a no tip. You know, $2, what, you know, they're $2 them, $2 you, like who is you? No, I'm not getting your McDonald's. But if it was $7.25, $2, that bring it up to $7, $8, $9, almost $10, you know, round the quarters and stuff up, could be 10. But that would be more of an incentive for someone to take it. This is why if you live in Texas, you know about Favor. It's only offered in Texas. It's called Favor Driver, and they mainly do, like, they partner with Heyyy, so they deliver your groceries and stuff like that. They partner with Whataburger, everything like that. That's a Texas thing too. So y'all probably be like, what the heck is a Whataburger and H-E-B? It's like our Walmart and our McDonald's. So they partner up with them. And when they first started, I think maybe around the same time, 2019, when the strike started, they're not that old, but they became popular around the C-19 stuff. And they were like $8 basic. And then you add the tip on top of that. So then it would turn into like $17, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 orders just to take groceries from the store to the house. And you didn't even have to go shop for the groceries. You had to just go pull up to their curbside, type in the number, and then they bring you the bags of groceries and you just go and deliver them. Now they've dropped it down. I think the base pay is now kind of like how Doordash and Uber Eats are, where it's like $3 or $4, but it used to be really, really nice. I mean, you still get big ticket orders, but far and few in between. I feel like if they at least did the minimum wage, we wouldn't really have too many people complaining. I know I wouldn't. I really feel like that's a logical thing. If you're gonna pay a McDonald's worker $7.25 to $8 an hour, starting out, no experience, why can't you do that for your driver? You know, we already have to make sure our insurance is in our names. Like, literally, they change the insurance up on us all the time. It's like, hey, if you want to drive on this app, you need to make sure you have this type of insurance. Your name needs to be on it. It can't just be the car. It has to be you too. You know, people, you get charged if you have to switch names over for the insurance. Does anybody care that I have to pay $125 to $150 to change just my name, even though my car has been insured and you've let me work on this app for X amount of time and you didn't care until now? So if you can go and switch stuff up on us like that, why can't we ask for more money? At least minimum wage, at least. And then I have to put gas in the car. DoorDash, as soon as you log in, they're like, hey, make sure your phone is charged, make sure you have an extra charger, make sure your gas is full, make sure you have your red card. Okay, I can only make sure these things are happening, make sure everything's working out if I have the money to. Did I work yesterday? Do I have gas? Are you gonna reimburse me for my gas? No, I have to go and make gas and go work. Do they think about that? No, they don't. They just think about their bottom line. Hey, here's $2 to go 20 miles. I know you lying. Well, I'm not going to read the rest of this article. It's not that much left, but I'm not going to read the rest of it. So you guys can go on the Forbes website and read the rest for yourselves. We do have a few.
If you like the podcast and want to hear the rest of it, click the link down below to listen to the rest of it on Spotify.